Alright, I'm going to start streaming here. And I have to make sure my Twitch stuff is going. Twitch. Get my chat going on that. I know we normally say that we do this on Fridays, but I am so involved with my Operation Hush Hush. This is not what I wanted. I'm so involved with Operation Hush Hush that I forget what day it is. So to me, it feels like Friday because, yeah. All right, sorry, hold on a second here. I have to pop my chat out. Pop out chat. There we go. That can go away. This can go here, this can go here, this can go somewhere over here. And hopefully I will forget that I've got Twitch chat again. I'm so bad at that. I need to get YouTube chat and Twitch chat going together in OBS, in a window in OBS. And then everything would be copacetic. But so I go, I need coffee. So I'm going to start the stream. I'm going to talk to you for a second, and then I'm going to leave, and I'm going to go and make some coffee because that's kind of how I do. So I will be back in a moment. Coffee time.
Coffee time.
Coffee time.
Things up here, and
Sorry, I was making myself a coffee. Just so I can keep going for the rest of the night. All right. You paying together, separately?
Together, yeah.
Okay. You want to do the 1 hour, 5 cents more for 2 hours?
We'll do two.
Two? All right. $34.50. Go ahead. All right, you're good till 10:15. There you go. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Let's see, what's going on? Is there anything going on? What's going on? I'm tired. That's what's going on. Tomorrow I've decided to not work on this project 7 days a week. So tomorrow is my day off. I'm gonna do it and hang out. Star Voyager has joined the chat. Howdy. How's it going? Yeah, so tomorrow's my only day off this week, and I'm going to spend it probably playing Fallout or something. But make a shepherd's pie, play some Fallout, sit on the couch, do nothing. My camera's all tippy. I mean, I was all tippy there for a minute, but now my camera's all tippy. That's a little bit better. I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm getting loopy. Yeah, so, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're still going to be closed here on Wednesday for at least the next 2 weeks, I think. Let me look at the calendar. So we are scheduled to be closed on the 2nd. I think it will be closed on the 9th. That's assuming I might actually have to be open on the 9th. I don't know, I'll have to look. We have a party sometime in the middle of the week, and I don't remember when it is. But I think it might be a little bit later. But had a fun email of a guy who has been following our arcade project for years, and he's interested in the possibility of trying to start one in his own town. It's fun, so we've inspired him to want to do that, I guess. And so he asked if he could come to town and pick my brain. I don't know what I'm going to tell him, but yeah, sure. I told him I'm going to be working with this Operation Hush Hush thing at least until the end of October, and then things should start to settle down, so it can't be before that. But we'll see how it goes. And I'm interested to see how tonight goes. We've had a kind of a consistently busy day today. A lot of new faces today. Usually it's probably half of new faces and kind of regulars that come in here that I kind of see regularly. People that come in that have been in 3, 4, 5, 6 times or something over the course of a few years. But today, it was probably 3/4 of the people that have been in. Everybody in the arcade right now has been in before, but earlier today we had a lot of people just coming in for the first time ever. I like that. I think it's fun, and they were locals. Like you see a lot of that in a lot of new faces in the summer and tourist season, but now the tourist season is over. It's nice to see people that are local on the island coming in and checking out. It will be nice that one day we will have a much bigger spot and things will be much we'll be more flexible in what we can do. We're a little cramped here, and the building kind of constricts us on what we can and can't do with this building because it's falling apart around us. So there's not a lot that we can't do here. And we've used every little tiny bit of space in here. Like we're really packed in here. Hold please. Realized I didn't have my phone with me. The the pinball machine's phone rang. And I was like, oh, where's my phone? What else is going on? Oh, next door, they're working on in Pizza Donaire Hub, Cornwall. They've been working on their little dining room space, and they put in laminate flooring in their dining room last night. It looks like they got that mostly finished. They need to do a couple little finishing bits here and there, and they're doing some new tables and chairs in there. It should look pretty cool, I think, when they're done. And it's my understanding that when they're done with all of that, they're going to do like a rebrand, and they're not going to be Pizza Donaire Hub anymore. They're going to be something else. Their company name, it was when they bought the restaurant, it was called Pizza Donaire Hub, but so they started a company to buy the restaurant, and the company name is Island Brothers Pizza. No, Island Brothers. I was like, Island Brothers Pizza is an awesome name for a pizza place on the island. Like, why do you do that? And I think that they were going to just call it Island Pizza. I'm not sure, something like that. I really like Island Brothers. It's sort of, it feels more family. Something like that, right? I don't. Island Brothers sounds better to me. Island Brothers Pizza sounds better to me than Island Pizza for some reason. I don't know. It's longer. I mean, Island Pizza is shorter. You can do more logo-wise with it, kind of branding-wise with it. But I like Island Brothers. I think it's good. It's a fun name. It's cute. And they're such good guys next door that I hope them all. I wish them all the best, that they're gonna get everything kind of settled in and situated and do well. I think they will. I just got an email that says Pinballorama is live. Thanks, Twitch. Twitch. What else is new? There's something else new. There's a lot new that I can't talk about. It's bugging the hell out of me. I think I'm going to make a thing that says that a Facebook thing that says that I'm live. Hold on a second here. I just saw as I was moving. I'm remoting into a different computer here so I could do my Facebooky thing, but I just saw that someone had just joined the chat. Who was that? David Treadwell says, hello from Vermont. Fix me a cup of coffee too. I've got 4 more hours behind the desk at my arcade. Well, we close at 11, so it's a couple and then some. Not too bad though. Fridays and Saturdays are long days. They're 11-hour days in here. And I'm an hour from home. So that's from the time that I leave the house to the time that I get back to the house, it's about 13 hours, which is a long day. But I mean, half the time you're in the arcade, it doesn't feel like you're working, right? You're just kind of like goofing around. You're playing games. You're talking to people. You're hanging out. It's like, I can't complain too hard for spending 11 hours in an arcade. All right, let's make a post here. Let's see. I'm just making this post. Give me a half a second here. seen this post. Now I need a picture to go in. I guess this picture will have to go. This will have to do. All right, posted to the social medias. Close this remote session and okay. David says, you're one of my arcade inspirations too. Ah, shocked. You have that effect. Now if you could inspire more people to come play, that would be great. Come to play the pinballs. Yeah, we've been doing fairly well, which has been nice. And I mean, when we opened, we were just pinball. Like, that was it. And I had always intended on this idea that, I mean, we had several years to really kind of form this, that I formed this thing in my brain to figure out what we were going to do. And I always intended, okay, we'll collect all the pinball machines because we're going to be pinball focused, but then get other games in as well. And honestly, the first other game that we brought in here that I didn't expect to do, I expected to bring in other video games and stuff, but the first one we brought in was an old Nintendo NES. It was actually a clone. There's a buy and sell shop that's in town. I went in there and they had a red Mickey Mouse TV. It's actually up there. I'll show it to you in a minute. Oh, you can kind of see it in the screen. If you look on the screen, it says at the top, it says Seven's Pinballorama Prince Edward Island. If you look between Edward and Island, you can just see the little bit of the little red CRT TV. So it's just Mickey Mouse TV. They had an NES clone running on it, and then on the game that they were running was some Mickey Mouse stupid game thing. And it just cracked me up. And so I took a picture of it, and I sent it to Sophia, and I said, give me a reason to not buy this. And she messaged me back and said, can't think of one. So I went up to the counter, I'm like, I would like all of this, please. And they made me a deal, and I brought it here, we set it up. And then the next day, I think the next day was a Saturday. And I was like, this is a CR2. You can play Duck Hunt on this. People haven't played Duck Hunt for a long time. And so Sophia went back to this place, and they've got a whole bunch of various video games and all kinds of other stuff. So she picked up a little, blaster gun, whatever they call those things, and a copy of Duck Hunt for all of like $1.50 or something. And that was this other game. That was the second type of game that we had in here, and people played the crap out of it. And so then we ended up buying other consoles and stuff before we had any other arcades in here. We kind of expanded on that, so we bought the GameCube. I had an Atari 2600 stuff because I had this other idea I was going to do with that, and we bought a Sega Genesis, some other things. I really wanted Toe Jam and Earl because that's just sort of a dorky, weird game that probably not a lot of people had seen, but you said you can't not like Toe Jam and Earl, right? The original one, it's just goofy. So we had that running for a while, and then we we retired the Mickey Mouse TV, set it aside, so we got a bigger screen, flat screen, takes up a little bit less room. And then we got the dining room next door when it was owned by the previous owners. They had emptied out the dining room next door and they weren't using it. Like it was just this empty room with garbage on the floor. And we put in, I bought some video games specifically to put in there. I had just bought Royal Flush. I brought it into this side, got it working, put it on coin play, and then drug it next door. So the first 6 months that we had Royal Flush, we had it next door on quarter play. And we had people coming in just to play the video games next door, which was kind of cool. And then they sold next door, and so we moved some of those games over here. We moved all the games over here for a while. And so it was kind of a nice mix. And I want to have more, like I want a bigger space, and I want to have more video games in here because I think that rounds out our draw of people that will come in. We have people that come in specifically for pinball. We have people that come in just for the arcade thing. It would be nice to have like 2 or 3 old home consoles running at any given time. So we usually have the GameCube running, but it'd be fun to have like Mario Kart going or like Jam and Earl or Duck Hunt or whatever. Just a couple older ones. They don't take up much room. We can figure out a way to do that. Hang some monitors on the wall with some podiums that have the games on them. Something like that would work. It wouldn't take up much room. And then some more things like I'd like to get a Frogger. I'd like to get a Virtual Fighter. I'd like to get a driving game or two. I have a motorcycle driving game, but like a sit down and kind of steering wheel type driving game. And depending on the space that we move to, maybe we'll get like a dartboard. I have an air hockey. I have a really nice air hockey table. It's still in the box. I haven't even opened it. It's not a commercial one, but it's a really high-end home one. But this is a free play space, so it doesn't matter whether it's a commercial one or not. It doesn't need to take coins. So, but it's a pretty nice table. Weighs a ton, and it's big too. Big giant thing. And I would like to have darts, and if I can get some sort of, I know that there's you can get a dartboard score app for tablets, and so you just do that as you put that on a tablet, put the tablet in kiosk mode, bolt it to the wall in a holder, off you go, right? They can select whether they want to play like 301 or 501 or cricket or something. Most people play just those 3 games. I always played cricket when I played darts. Then just have a bunch of darts. Like I wouldn't want like real darts, but soft tip darts would be cool for kids. Teach them how to play it. But for adults, you have to have those, darts that you throw at your friends and it makes them hurt. Those kind of darts. None of that wimpy soft tip stuff. You want a dart that takes out an eye, right? Yeah, that would be fun to have. And yeah, there are a lot of things that we can do coming up. And I think that brings in, if you have a nice round offering of things to amuse people, they'll come in, they'll tell their friends will come in. And yeah, David, you've been in chat before. What's the name of your arcade? I probably have it here somewhere. Yeah, we do a lot of parties and stuff too. Like we do a lot of kids parties. Almost every weekend we've got something booked. Next weekend I have three parties booked. I think 2 adults. One adult party and 1 kids party. And no, 2 kids parties, 1 adult party. I can't even add in my head anymore. I'm so tired. gravitate. That's it. Yeah. We looked at this before. I remember now. Let's go to the Bowser. There it is. Let's look at your website. Panthera. I have a Panthera. We need to get that up and going. I don't have space. Need more room. I want a party zone. I love that sort of that late 80s kind of wacky, weird style. I think there's something cool about it. And that it was very unique. It was a very unique style that wasn't borrowed, like it wasn't like something like a Gogi style thing that was borrowed over time. It was its own thing, kind of like the Toe Jam and Earl thing. Like it was that sort of vapor wave aesthetic, kind of whatever it is. Yeah. Emancipation 300 Michelle, looking forward to visiting again in December. Nice. Yeah, we'll probably be doing some slightly different things in December. So just kind of pay attention to our social media stuff, especially in November, like mid-November. Check our social media stuff to see what our hours are going to be and all the fun stuff, because December is going to be kind of a different ball game around here. Better. Oh, peoples. Hi guys, how's it going? Hi. Okay.
How's it work?
So it's pay by the hour. All the machines are set to free play except for my Candy Claw machine, because if I don't charge for that, the first kid in here is going to empty it, right? In 20 minutes, we start what we call the date night special, 2 people for $25, and you can play until I kick you out at 11. If you guys want to do that, I'll let you do it early.
Okay. Are you gonna play at all? Can you walk around?
Everybody in here has to be paid entry because I don't have a way to track it. So.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Hold on.
So we'll do 2 date nights and a hanger-on.
Sure. Third whale, we call it.
All right, 74.75. It's going. Do you want a receipt?
Sure.
All right, then we'll gather everybody up and I'll stamp hands. There you go. It's just to remind me that you paid. There you go. One for you. One for you. And now you have to play. All right. If you get a stuck ball or something, just give me a shout. Hi, how are you? How you doing?
We're going to play for a couple hours, I guess.
All right. So we normally, at 9 o'clock, we start a thing called date night, which is 2 people for $25 till I kick you out at 11.
Okay.
But we can start that early and we'll do that.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
2 and 2? Okay. All right, whoever's first, 28.75.
Thank you.
See you guys later.
I got this one. Did it take that?
It's doing it. It's thinking about it. It's processing. It beeps, but you just can't hear it.
Okay.
Not in here, anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Good for you. One for you. Do you want a receipt?
No, that's fine.
Okay, you're good to go. And 28.75. Go ahead. It's doing it too. Yep. All right. You want a receipt?
No, that's it.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
There you go. Everything's set to free play. Hit the button to go. If you get a stuck ball, give me a shout, and I'll come over and hit it with a hammer or whatever it needs.
Whatever you need. You mean us with the hammer or the machine?
Both.
Okay. Why not, right?
Yeah. I have to go close my door. I'll be right back. I can, yeah.
That way we can snack all night long. Sophia's involved in the Ellen Montgomery thing, right?
She has been over the
Yeah.
years, yeah. Some conference thingy that they do at the university.
Right.
I don't know if she did it last. Well, maybe she did it a little bit last year. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Little crowd of people came in. That's always good. Uh-oh. Someone whacking the machine. But it looks like wherever it was stuck, it unstuck itself. Yeah, a nice little crowd of people came in. Gotta love it. What do I have on this? We can see Chris dancing at Big Lebowski. Chris playing Big Lebowski in the orange tie-dye. His work sent him down to Las Vegas for something. So he was down there. He'd been down there for about a week or so. So that shirt that he's wearing is the Pinball Hall of Fame t-shirt. And he went down there and checked it out. Where was? Okay, David. I'm sorry. You do about one party a month, but not equal kids and adults. I think parties are a really good thing to push, just because they're like, I don't know, for your space I'm not sure. In this space, we can book parties alongside regular entry, and we just tell them book it in advance, and then we'll guarantee that when you get here, like if you're booking a 10 person or a 15 or a 20 person party, we'll guarantee when you arrive that there'll be space for your entire party. And usually it's not a problem because a lot of times they do it at like Saturdays at noon when we open, and they're the first ones in the door. And Saturdays and Sundays, weekends, they usually don't start to pick. It doesn't start to pick up here until 1 or 2. So we'll have 5, 6, 7 people trickle in the door early on, but it doesn't fill up until a little bit later. So it's kind of a nice sort of you book it, and it's nice having the pizza place next door because then they come in, they play here for a couple hours, they go next door, they eat pizza, yeah, it's just sort of a nice guaranteed kind of income that you can look at your calendar and you go, okay, I know we're going to have at least 40 people coming in the next 2 weeks, right? So it's not a guaranteed income because they can cancel, but it's nice to kind of know, okay, at least if it's kind of slow that day, we're going to have 20 people in that day, bare minimum. I like doing parties. They're fun. And the kids usually, for kids' parties, the kids' parties have gotten so much better over at least the last couple of years. Like the first kids' parties, none of the kids knew how to play pinball. They had never seen a pinball machine. They never played it. They didn't know what to do. There was a lot of like every machine in here was started on ball 1. Everything was running. Kids were smacking machines. It was a little crazy. And now with kids' parties, you get a group of like 10 kids that come in. And a lot of times we'll ask them, like, who's played pinball before? Before, no hands went up. And now it's like more than half the kids' hands go up. It's like, I had my birthday party here. Don't you remember me? Or something like that, right? And it's like half of the group has played before. They train the other kids how to play. And they're much better at they still start a game and walk away, but usually it's not every game in here is a starter. It's a quarter of them are left abandoned. Yeah, I've really gotten to enjoy the kids' parties. They have a good time. And there's always a kid or two that is sort of like outside of the group. And I'll always find them at one of these little cocktail tables playing. And if I can, I'll go over and play and show them how to play it and stuff. And that's always, it's fun to play with kids that have, like, especially like kicks or like this little motorcycle game, Motocross USA. They've never seen it before. It's pretty easy to figure out what you're supposed to do, and it's fun to watch. It's kind of like, oh, I get it now, and they start playing it. We had a group in here a week ago, and I have a picture of it. I think I have a picture of it. It was Grandma was playing Terminator, and it was hilarious. Let me go to my Bowser. I think there's a picture of it here somewhere. Yeah, there's Chris in the Hall of Fame. Look at that. Wearing a Pinballorama t-shirt. And now he's at Pinballorama wearing a Hall of Fame t-shirt. Oh, I have to do a picture of that. There she is. There's Grandma. Kicking ass. She played for a long time too. She probably played that game for 25 minutes. Shooting robots from the future. Love it. Hold on a second. I have to get a picture. I just shocked you, didn't I? Sorry about that.
No, maybe I talked to you. You don't know.
No, it's these shoes they suck. I have to get a picture of you in your Hall of Fame t-shirt outside of this place to juxtapose to the other one.
Yes.
But you'll have to be, you'll have to be facing the other way so that I can get the back so you can see what it is.
Yeah.
But you were facing the camera in the other one, now you're not facing. So it all works out.
It works.
Perfect. All right, someone's smacking machines. I'm gonna go around and reset some stuff. I see Genie is abandoned. Do me a favor and don't hit the machines, okay? They're that Comet, that's probably a $5,000 machine. You ever played this? Ever from the old days? I was really excited to get this going. I salvaged 3 cocktail cabinets from this guy's shed. They were all trashed and everything. Squirrels were living in them, whatever. So I rebuilt them, and I was like, I gotta get a Kicks going because you just never see that game anywhere. It's been fun to have out. Yeah.
1981 high school graduation year.
Yeah. There's a group of kids that come in, they're probably 18, 19. I shouldn't call them kids, but they come in once a week, and this is their first stop, and I showed them how to play it,
Yeah.
and now they come in all the time. That's their high score. They like challenge each other and play. They'll play it for half an hour straight. It's great. Yeah. All right. Have to let's see if we can get Sophia in here. I don't know what she's doing. She's in BC right now. Yeah, Sophia's going to be in BC until end of October. I think she's getting back like the 28th of October, somewhere around there. They're doing, there's an election, so she's there working on that. Because that's part of it. She works for the government. That's one of the things that she does almost every single time they have an election. She goes back to BC and works on the elections. And then I think she was saying that this is going to be the last time she's going to do it for a little while. Like if they do it if they have an election next year, she's not going to go because she's gone every single year except for COVID year. She stayed home that time. I don't remember what. She was going to go to Manitoba or something for that election, and then ended up not going. She wasn't going to go to BC for that one. She got asked by some other office to come and help them there. Yeah, so I just messaged her. Maybe she'll drop in the chat and say howdy. Accidentally closing my Twitch chat. So we normally have an idea of, we had talked about this I think previously about what games, once a year we wanted to buy like one new cool fun game kind of thing, and this year we decided, so we had bought, Lebowski was our big purchase for the previous year. This year, the game that we're going to try to hunt down is not going to be a new game. It'll be, but it's usually an expensive game, and we want a Jersey Jags Wizard of Oz. So that's the one we're looking for now. But probably that's going to have to wait until November, January before if we can track one down. We probably won't be ready to buy it until January or February at this point, because we've got this other thing going on, which is we're bleeding money at the moment. It'll all work out. It should all work out. I hope it all works out. You're working on stuff, and then you realize, oh, in the last 2 days I've spent $11,000 and I don't have any pinball machines to show for it. Let's do a different scene here. I think that's probably pretty good for now. You try your luck and get a whoopee cushion?
Right.
That wasn't here last time you were here, was it?
It was.
Yeah.
I just looked over. I was like, what's that?
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun to have here, actually.
I bet it has been. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I'm definitely gonna try it at least for it. 100%.
We've got it, so it's actually a good game because when you play it, you usually always get something.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's the candy that's in there is like 10 cents each, right? At the end of the day. But I pepper it with other stuff, full ones and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know those other ones too. Like there's a lot of them in the cinemas in Edmonton or Calgary, but they're also good.
They're rigged.
Yeah. You cannot win those.
Yeah. The new claw machines, they have a setting in them, and you basically tell it, it's like a slot machine. You tell it how often you want it to pay out.
Yeah, then they'll squeeze a little harder, maybe.
Yeah, and that's what it is it gives you full strength at 20% of the time. But then that assumes that 20% of the time, you're going to land and actually be able to grab whatever it is you're going to grab. I have a big claw machine, but it actually doesn't have that. It's the grip is pneumatic, and so you dial it in. There's like a little potentiometer that you move.
Like adjust the actual pressure on it.
Yeah, based on what you've got in there, right? So it's easier to pick up the lighter things. The lighter things are a little bit cheaper. The heavier ones are a little bit more expensive. So you base it kind of on that.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I knew those things were rigged. I always did.
All of pretty much any redemption game that has been made in the last 20 years is rigged.
Yeah, that square one slides back and forth. That was annoyed me too.
Yeah.
Annoyed. They know.
So what'd you think of overall the Pinball Hall of Fame?
An insane amount of 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yep.
A lot of them are working. I think he's in bed with Stern. He doesn't have a Lebowski, but he has the OG Lebowski, which is bowling. Seen that one?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the giant balls come down either side.
I think that that's a modification though. I think that originally came out as something else.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was that.
Yeah, because that's a Gottlieb, I think, isn't it?
I don't remember. I have some video of me playing it, so once I dig through the hours and footage I brought back from my trip, I'll check it. They had John Wick there, so that was their brand new one. They had a Stern display, basically. There was a big pedestal, had the Stern logo 20 feet off the ground. They had a Stern, like a cocktail table, and then just a bank of Stern machines, duplicates. So they had 2 Foo Fighters, 2 John Wicks, only 1 Scooby-Doo. Those were all brand new. The first night I was there, I only had half an hour, and I was like, it's not even really worth going for half an hour. But in case we didn't get there, in case we didn't get another time, half an hour is better than no time. So that was a night where Attack from Mars was not working, and I mentioned it, and he said it'll be working in December. And I'm like, oh. I played the Vegas. I think that was the Gottlieb. Unbelievable playtime on it. I played for 20 minutes on 50 cents. Took forever to get through it. I wasn't even really trying. I played. There was a lot of, like, I mean, it is technically a museum, but the guy, all volunteers that run it, there's 1 paid person.
Yeah.
And they built that building for $13.5 million and that paid off in 2 years. And then made $2 million of contributions to Salvation Army. So
Yeah, they donate almost everything.
All their promotions are donated.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
I wonder if I can get a bottle of water, please.
Yeah, sure. Up here, and they're $1 even. There you go. Thanks. Oh yeah. Chris was talking about the Big Lebowski bowling thing.
There were a lot of dark machines there.
Were there?
A lot of dark machines. And like circus was there, wasn't working. But I mean, like when there's only 2 of them in existence, where do you get your cards?
Yeah, yeah. And it depends on what was broken on it too. Like,
There's only 1 guy that works on them, and then he won't let anybody else come in and volunteer to work on things. It's just him.
I know that that's been a big complaint
Yeah.
about that place for a long time. Is that it just like there's so many people that are willing to donate their time and energy and money to make it this big thing, and the owner's just kind of like, eh. And I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, it would be a good marketing move for Stern if they were like, we want to be the pinball company, right?
Yeah.
Here's the big pinball place in the United States. Let's go. Let's give them a whole bunch of shit.
Not at all.
Plaster your name all over the place, and yeah.
What else? He will not have another Jersey Jack machine ever in his building. He hates them. For whatever reason.
Weird.
Yeah. For whatever reason, hates them. Won't have them in his building. Pretty hard to have a pinball museum without everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
New Jersey Jack, how are you a museum? But I think that's just, I think it's part of being nonprofit is being a museum, right?
All right, so he had mentioned there's a bowling game based on the Big Lebowski, but I don't think it was a real game. I think it was a retheme of something. Strikes and Spares? Strikes and Spares by Gottlieb. Nope, not the Bally one. Yes, this is it. Let's see. Big Lebowski bowling game. Sorry. Oh, there's Sophia. Hi. And there's Luke. Hi. Sorry, I'm distracted. Chris mentioned, just to get you up to speed, Chris mentioned that because he was just in Vegas, and at the Pinball Hall of Fame, there was another Big Lebowski game, but it was a bowling game, kind of like a pinball thing. And I seem to remember that in the back of my dusty brain. There was something about someone had done a retheme of a game. But for some reason, I thought it was a Gottlieb. So that's what I'm looking up. And I think that's cool. I think that I'm correct. Yeah. Okay, so here you go. Let's go over to the Bowser. So this is it. I didn't know Flickr was still a thing. But there it is. Big Lebowski, but it's a Gottlieb Strikes and Spares. So this is it. And here's the game itself. Strikes and Spares, 95, Premier, Gottlieb, System 3. And it has, here's the playfield. Yeah, so it feeds the ball down and then you use the flippers to knock the pins down or some crap like that. I've never actually played one, I've only seen it. Looks groovy, I want one. I think it'd be fun to have. Yeah, so that's what it is. There more pictures of it? No. I have a pitching bat. I need to get my pitching bat going. It actually works, but it's not here. It's in storage. No other pictures of that one. Big Lebowski bowling, pinball, Hall of Fame. Yeah, there's another kind of picture of it. Yeah, it's a Gottlieb one. right, that solves that. Valley Strikes and Spares has that beautiful back glass. Yeah, that what's Valley Strikes and Spares. This one. It's a good game too. I like this game. I wouldn't mind getting one. I think the back glass, because of the nature of the back glass and everything else, I think that's a really popular one. Like it's probably more popular than it should be based on the game, but it's a good game. Yeah, I want to get one of those eventually. David says, I've got a Strikes and Spares in storage, waiting to restore. The Bally one or the Gottlieb one? So, Sophia, how is BC treating you? Is it raining? Is it nice today? Have you seen Cornelius? Sophia is working in an office that it's just a temporary office for the campaign. And down in the basement, there is a rat that lives there that they have named Cornelius, and Cornelius shows up from time to time to say hi. Yeah. She hasn't gotten a picture of it yet, though, to show me. I want to see Cornelius. Sorry. Luke, how's Project Dust? Project Hush Hush, and it's been dusty. Yeah, very dusty. Oh yeah, Luke, you are now a member of our Patreon, so you got to see some of the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's going along. Still got a bit of work to do, but it's still feeling positive. I'm not overwhelmed yet. I'm sure that'll happen. Sophia says, haven't seen Cornelius lately. That's too bad. I had we have our crows here. There were 2 crows that I could identify. There's 6 or 7 of them that come by. 2 more have been identifiable. So there's Krobin and Lilu, the couple crow that they've been here. They're a bonded pair. They've been around since we moved in. There's another one that I call Lefty. I don't know if he's one of the original that was always kind of around, but just recently his leg got injured, so it kind of it's broken. It's a little off the side. He gets along just fine now. He's very careful though. Like he won't. If I'm outside and I'm feeding him, he won't come down like the other ones will. He waits off to the side. I think because he just he's not as quick as he used to be. So I think he's a little bit more cautious because of his legs. So that's Lefty. And then there's another crow that I call Joe, and I can identify him. He has like little growths on his fingers, on his paws. He has little growths, so I can tell him apart. And they come by all the time. Oh, Palooka needs a lesson. Hold on. All right, it's working. Push that in. There you go. Yeah, so I showed up today, and pretty much the whole gang of crows was here, which was handy because I stopped and got them peanuts today. I had let the peanuts run out for the last week, and I had a chance to go get them, so I thought, well, I have a little time today, I'll stop and get some. And I called up, and Krobin sees my car, and he'll meet me at the building. There's a roundabout just over there, and he knows that that's me, and he'll follow me, and he'll be here. Like I'll drive up, and he'll fly over at the same time we do. Yeah. So he shows up. He's like right there, like, "Where's the peanuts, buddy?" And I'm like, "Ah, I have that." And so they all came for snacks. That was nice. And in Twitch, Sonic Speed says, Sonic Speed 8 says, hello, Sonic. Hello, Sonic Speed. How are you? Thanks for watching us on Twitch. And yeah, things are going. It's kind of a good night. Let's change our scene, shall we? About 9:15, so date night officially starts. We'll see if we get some more people in. Sonic Speed, where are you from? Sonic Speed, I'm great. Actually planning to come in tomorrow with my friends. Ah, great. I won't be here tomorrow. Jacob will be here. I have tomorrow is going to be my one day off this week, so I'm going to sit at home. I was joking earlier. I'm going to sit at home. I'm going to eat shepherd's pie, and I'm probably going to sit on the couch and play Fallout. that's my super busy plan for tomorrow. Yeah, but we'll be open noon until 6:30 tomorrow. From the Sonic Speed on Twitch says from the island around Central Queens. Sounds like a fun day. Yeah. I have to take my days off very seriously because at the moment, for all of October, I'm only going to have about 4 days off. So gotta focus and make sure that I enjoy them thoroughly. Sophia says, looks busy. Yeah, it's a pretty good crowd. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 13 or 14 people in, something like that. Gang of crows. They're real intelligent birds. Yeah, they are. They're cool. I like crows a lot. Sonic Speed says, I really want to get a high score on Kicks. Found the game there last week and loved it. Great game. It was one of the ones, so that, I was actually you probably heard me on camera if you tuned in earlier, because I was talking to a guy over there and I have my wireless mic was on. I got 3 Williams-style cocktail tables out of some guy's shed on the island. All of them were trash. One of them is my Galaga that's over in the disco booth, and that one actually had the Galaga control panels on it. So I'm like, well, I can turn this into a Galaga. And there was a board in it. The monitor with the CRT was only about half there. It was missing a bunch of parts from it. And I don't know if that Galaga board worked or not, or if it actually is a Galaga board. I never even turned it on because a squirrel had been living in that one. It was all kind of nasty inside. So I gutted it, cleaned, disinfected it, painted the inside, reloaded it up with stuff for Galaga. And then the next one that I did, I'm like, I really want to have a Kicks because you never see that game out. And it's such a unique game. It's easy to get the hang of. To understand the objective is easy. There's a bunch of different strategies you can do. It's just a great all-around game. And there's actually a group of people that come in. There's 3 or 4 of them that come in pretty much once a week now, and they play that game. Are you one of that group? Oh no! You said found the game there last week and loved it. No, because they've been coming in for like 3 or 4 weeks in a row now to play it. They actually hold the high score, and it's like 54,000 or something like that. People are looking at me talking. I need to get my live stream signed up. God. What's that weirdo doing just sitting there talking to himself? I can hold my phone up. I can just do this. And then I don't look like I'm just insane talking to myself on camera. As long as he's possibly. I just joined the group recently, been twice now with them. Okay, so yeah, I think it's the same group of people that if it's who I thinking of. One of them works at. Hold on a second. They came in. One of the guys works at U-Haul, right? Because he had come in and he had said that when we had rented a U-Haul from, he processed that rental because we were going to Moncton to pick up. We picked up Vindicators and Operation Thunderbolt from this like illegal cannabis lounge, and both of those machines, surprise, smell like weed inside still. Yeah. Yeah, so if one of the people in your group is one of the guys that works at U-Haul, then yeah, it's the same group that I'm thinking of. Yeah. He says, "Oh, okay, that's not my squad." Okay. Well, maybe someone in your group quit working at U-Haul. I don't know. But yeah, great game. And I have one more cocktail table. But it was originally a Wizard of War. I have the back glass in the back. Let's go look. Camera Safari Adventure Time. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see here. Turn it this way. And then all right, here we go. Camera Safari Adventure Time. Let's go see what this was. That's the Galaga with the original Galaga control panels. And then the other one. Look, someone brought me a chassis today. It's not a great monitor, but he says it all works, and I think it's a 21 inch, so that's always a plus. This is the glass. Oh, Gorf, that's right. Gorf. Glass is trashed though, like that's all missing there, and yeah, I will probably. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll just kind of hang it on the wall as is and put a mirror on the inside. Maybe I could do something like this in a bathroom or something. It would be kind of a fun thing. Get that back there. Yeah. Coffee. Yeah, it's funny about Gorf. Gorf is frog backwards for some reason. I don't know why they did that, but I just think it's funny. Fixed up. Okay, that went back. All right, cool. Sonic Speed says, I gotta go do some stuff this evening, but next time when I'm in, when you're working, I'll say hi if you remember me. Cool to see the live stream. Yeah, cool. I'm for the next Sunday I won't be here, and then I think the following Sunday I don't think I'll be here. but then I'm here every other day. So, yeah. Cool. Well, enjoy doing your stuff. Thanks for poking, easy for me to say. Thanks for poking your head in, saying hi, and come in tomorrow and have a good time. I make coffee and now I'm out of coffee and I don't know if I want to make another coffee. Can't believe I drank that so quick. Pretty much everyone in here is here until we close tonight. We had some people that came in, I don't know, 8:45. We start our date night special, 2 hours for $25 for 2 hours, right? Until we close. But they were so close to the date night special, I can't do them. Just I'm a pushover when it comes to that. Yeah, so pretty much everybody in here is paid up until we close at 11. So we'll see if we get some more people in or not. I think I have the day off tomorrow, so if I don't get to sleep early tonight, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna make another coffee. All right, I'll make another coffee. You guys amuse yourselves, and I'll be back in a minute. I guess I've got my wireless mic. I can sit and talk whilst I make my coffee, can't I? I always forget about that. All right, I'm going to turn off the espresso machine because I shouldn't have more. Off. All right. Now I have to use washroom, and I'm taking off my mic for that, just because that's. I'm going to be nice to you. I will be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. I have returned. I just realized what I forgot to get today. Quarters. We're almost out of quarters. Yeah. Let's see if they have some next door. Hi. Do you have a roll of quarters I could buy from you?
Let me call the other one.
Okay.
Hi, Philip. How are you?
Do you have any quarters? Do you have a roll of quarters I could buy from you? I'm almost out of quarters in my till.
Oh, quarter.
Yeah.
Sure. Just check it back.
Okay. Cool. All right, I'll get you. They're $10, right? Yeah, I'll get you 10. Excellent. They had quarters. Sorry. Here you go. Let's put it right there. Thanks. I'm gonna stop. I'll stop on Monday to the bank and get some. So I'll bring you a roll of quarters and replace for you. Then you have some. Ha, okay. All right. Here we go. I'm back. I'm back now. I'm glad that they had quarters. I was running out and I kept forgetting, and yeah, so nice. I made my coffee. I'm good to go. Yeah, so if you're just joining the chat, we'll keep streaming for another half an hour or so. I usually do this on, we normally do the live streams on Fridays, but I don't know what day it is anymore. I'm busy, so for some reason I thought today was Friday. I thought yesterday, no, yesterday I thought was not Friday. I guess that's a better way to put it. Yeah. So, and we've talked about Operation Hush Hush, and if you go to our Patreon page, there's a bunch of videos that talk about that, but we can't talk about that publicly. But that's what I'm busy with, and it's taking a lot of time. It's a fun project. It'll be good at the end of the day. So if you want to find out about that early, you can go over to Patreon and sign up for everything. There's multiple levels. I'm gonna shill my my Patreon. Sorry. Let's go look at it. Go over to the browser. So, thanks guys. See you later. Bye. Bye. So the Krobin and Lilu support group that doesn't get you access to the other videos, that's originally how we started the Pinballorama, is people would watch the videos on YouTube and they're like, I wish I had a way to tip you. So I was like, oh, well, here, you can help us buy peanuts for the crows. But then the other memberships, So the Extra Ball, the Flipper Freak, Grand Champion, or the Pinball Wizard, those will let you see the behind-the-scenes stuff of this project that we're working on. And some of them come with extra crap, so Extra Ball, at some point we'll send you a postcard. At the Flipper Freak one, you'll get a couple of free passes and a postcard and stuff. And then the Grand Champion, you get a t-shirt and whatever and so on. Yeah, you go look at it, it's all self-explanatory. But the Extra Ball gets you into the behind-the-scenes content that we're working on. And then we're going to keep that up after kind of things change a little bit at the end of the year. And we'll keep doing this if we get enough people kind of joining and consistent. I think when I do YouTube videos, we'll release them on Patreon first, like maybe a week or two early, so you can watch them on Patreon, and then we'll go over just something to kind of help earn a little bit of extra money for the arcade, and hopefully we can use that to bring more cool stuff in, right? But all of the stuff that's going to be up on in sort of the private area of Patreon, I'm going to do. I've made videos for that. I'm not going to upload those to YouTube, although at one point I'm going to basically take all of the videos. When the project goes public, we'll take all of those videos, I'll edit them together, cut them up, and make like a little 10-minute one or something, so you can kind of see the process of the project. That's kind of the plan right now. So you don't have to join the Patreon just to get the content. You'll see it eventually. We're not interesting enough to demand that you buy the Patreon. If you're doing it, you do it to help us out. Oh, I closed my silly Twitch chat again. I closed it by accident. That was cool that Sonic Speed, he's on the island and he joined us on Twitch. He's going to be in tomorrow. That's pretty cool. It's nice to see local people kind of join and watch. Chris will watch over there in the orange. The guy's not playing Big Lebowski. He lives just down the street, and every once in a while he'll pop into live stream chat, and then he shows up like 5 minutes later. Like, hi, I'm watching your live stream, and then he walks in the door. What else can I talk about on the, let's see, what's going on with the machines? I see Big Guns. I noticed today Big Guns has a fuse out. It looks like the left side lights are out. And it seemed to me I noticed that not too long ago, but I completely forgot about it. We could probably go fix that. Should we go fix that? Let's go check it out. Let me grab, I'm gonna do this one. All right, let's go check this out. I need some tools. What am I gonna do? What am I doing here? Put this over here. I gotta go grab voltmeter and flashlight. Yeah, so if you look at this, that's dark. And then you look at this is dark. If I remember, this has 2 GI fuses. One for the left side, one for the right side. So let's crack it open and see if that's actually the case. I don't remember if I have. Is this locked? It is locked. Alright, let's have a look here. Oh, this ball is jammed. I took this plastic bit. I'm sorry, this is a little bleached out, isn't it? This is kind of warped, so I put a couple of washers under here to bring it out, but still the ball gets stuck in here sometimes. Weird. All right, let's have a look. I don't know which fuses are for which. Left flippers, right flippers. Yep, there's one right there. I actually see it. It's this one right here. And I'll bet you these two are the ones. 6.3 volt, 6.3, 5 amp slow blow. Sorry, I can't really see what I'm doing, can you? Alright, let me get a 5 volt slow and I'll fix that. Sorry, 5 amp slow blow. There, let's try this. There we go. Oh, it popped again. Why? All right, we've got something going on then. It came up and then it went down again. Got a short somewhere. All right, no big deal. Yeah, so something on this side and those three little guys up there, looks like that's all that it is. It's just the three little lights there behind big, and then this bank right here. Something is shorting them out. So it could be down in this. I'll have to open this up and have a closer look. Probably just a wire touching. Something broke off and now it's touching. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. You're back. I'm gonna not put this back. Yeah, another 10 or so minutes or something. Man chicken has a wrench. Live pinball repair. Yep, talking about adventure. Luke says they shot the first pictures and video of the soon-to-be released Alice Adventures in Wonderland pinball at the DPM in Rotterdam. So that's the Dutch pinball. That's their next, for those tuning in, don't know. That's the new Dutch pinball machine is Alice Adventures in Wonderland. I saw some little preview clips of it and stuff. It's hard to say whether it's going to be fantastic or not. Let's look it up. No, that's old. Images. Sorry, I'm just looking at things to see if See if there's anything I can find that's worth showing. There's just sort of these pictures here. This is from August 14th. The Jabberwocky dude. This looks like it's the same sort of picture. Yeah, same thing. This sort of a, it's like a white rail kind of thing. White wood. What do they call it? The wood, white wood. That's the underside of it. I do like that if they put the monitor down here in the machine, I actually like that better because you're looking in this area, so it's easier to kind of just look up slightly to see what's on the monitor than looking all the way up off the playfield. I think that's cool if that's what they're going for. That's fantastic. Oh yeah, and this is the other picture that I saw was this little whatever it is. Yeah, so we'll see if I'll see if I can find more pictures of it for the next stream, and we'll look at it together. You have to color it all yourself. Man Chicken says you have to color it all yourself. Now there's an idea. I actually, I was working on. Oh yeah, I have a Black Knight, and I'm retheming it. To be a Monty Python's Holy Grail. And it's one of those things that I started working on it when we were still in BC. I got almost all of it painted, although I'm happy with the lower playfield, the upper playfield. There's a couple of things that I wasn't so happy about. I hadn't really planned it out in my head of where I wanted to go with the upper playfield, so I was kind of just winging it on, like as I was painting it. I wasn't really happy with it, so I want to make a couple of changes to that. But the lower playfield I'm pretty good, and I'm just hand painting the whole thing. And if you go to the YouTube page and look in the playlist, I think there's 7 or 8 different ones of me painting this thing. But early on in that, I had joked that if I totally screwed it up and I thought it was horrible and I wasn't happy with it, to sand the whole thing down, do it white so it looks like butcher paper, and then do it all in, like, draw it all in crayons and then clear coat over it. And I actually think that would be a really kind of a cool pinball machine, is that you could do like kids drawings all over the thing, and just all hand drawn stuff, all in crayon. That would be really cool. And then just color and then just lock it all in with clear coat and off you go. And maybe if I ever get a machine that is completely non-salvageable paint-wise, that would be kind of a fun thing to do, is just for fun. And you can retheme it as anything. You can retheme it as like Crayola crayons. And just have, like, your box of 64 crayons, and they're like as a toy in the game. A little pencil sharpener on the crayon sharpener in the back. I have of machines that I've got that are completely trash. I've got the Black Knight but that's close to finished. And hopefully maybe early next year I'll be able to kind of slap that thing and get it all finished up and everything. Because there's not a whole ton of work that needs to be done with it. I have a Gottlieb Sinbad. That one That's Sinbad's. That's a great game, but it was rethemed as there was some Linux company in Vancouver, and so they wanted this thing in their lobby or something. I don't know. So there's like, it's really badly done. There's tucked penguins all over it. The cabinet is actually not bad. The cabinet is like a space theme kind of thing, so there's a Starfield kind of thing going on. And then actually, whoever did that did a fairly good job. But the rest of the game is kind of, it's way too much work to turn it back into a Sinbad, and probably not worth it. So that one, I've gone back and forth on what I want to retheme it as. And one of the ideas that I had was to do like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I really want to do one that's like really UV reactive. So Killer Clowns from Outer Space would be a good one. You could really have a lot of fun with that. I thought of doing like a music pinball with it, with a band that no one would ever have a music, like most music pinball are, you know, rock bands from the 70s, except for like a few of them, but maybe do like Kraftwerk or Telex, like an electronic band that, you know, not a lot of people are really familiar with. A Telex pinball machine would be pretty cool, I think. With Sinbad, it's based, the things are based on 4s, so it would work. There's like 4 targets here and there, or whatever. So it would work for Kraftwerk because there's 4 Kraftwerk guys where they work. Telex, there's only 3 people. But I think ultimately what I'm going to do with that one is I really want to do something with UV reactive stuff. All the lighting would be UV reactive lighting, and all the paint it'd be black with UV reactive paint. So I think the only solution for that is dark ride, right? So you do it after a carnival dark ride. And you can have a lot of fun because a lot of the carnival dark rides, they really kind of feel like a Tim Burton movie, right? Like they have a lot of that kind of black and white spirally stuff and the ghosties that jump out at you. And, you could do something like the only game I've ever seen them on was one of the Elvira ones where they had the little finger puppet guys, right? But they attached them to rods that were on the slingshots. And so every time the slingshot went, the little guy with the arms went, so you could do something like that, but just add an attachment to your slingshots that moves something forward. It's got the round circular thing on the playfield, so you can do some sort of like spirally into the vortex type thing with someone on a dark ride car, like 2 people on a car, like in a tunnel of love kind of situation, and they're like like Home Alone. Hey, there's Outlane Pinball. Hey, Outlane Pinball. I got a chance of buying a couple of pins that were in a building fire. They work, but I don't know if the cheap price is worth the hours upon hours of cleaning. It's a tough one. What games are they? Best one. This is the guy that I bought roller games. I bought a few machines from him. He was in Auburn, Washington. He had a Freddy. What the hell movie with the I can't even think of it. The razor hands. Freddy. Nightmare on Elm Street. He had a Nightmare on Elm Street pinball machine. It was actually in a fire, and the playfield, like everything on the playfield, was kind of melty. And then someone had gone through and painted it, but they didn't do a great job. But it added to sort of that melty effect. I wanted that pinball machine so bad because it was really unique, right? It all worked. It was great, but yeah, you wouldn't sell it. Walking Dead and Transformers, both pros. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess cheap price, like how cheap? Like $200 cheap? Then yeah, it's probably worth it. $2,000 cheap? Maybe not. I don't know. Kraftwerk Boing Boom Chuck. chuck, chuck, chuck. Would be good for bumper kicker noises. Yeah, I have it's something that I'm doing in the Black Knight one. I got these little boards that they're Arduino-based boards, but they're just little soundboards. They have 11 switches on them. I don't remember where I got them. I found them online somewhere. And I bought 3 of them, I think. So there's 11 switches that you have access to. And there's a USB port, and it runs off of, like, I don't know, 6 volts, or I don't know. It's pretty low voltage. Has a speaker output. No amplifier, so it has to be amplified. I think it's probably enough to run headphones or something. But of these 11 contact points, or switch points, depending on how you upload the file, depends on what the device does. So you could, if you upload, there's a naming convention for they use WAV or MP3 files. So if you name it something like SW1, counts for switch 1, you do R1, that would be random 1. So let's say you have 6 files that you want to play on switch 1, and you want it to randomize. So you would name them all S1, R01, R02, R03, R04. So the file system looks at it and it goes, okay, anything that's on switch 1, random 1, it will play them randomly. There's another naming convention to play them in order. So every time you hit the switch, it'll play the first file, then it'll play the second file, then it'll play the third file. There's one that it will play it until the switch is re-triggered. There's another one where it will play the file to the complete end and stop, or it'll play the file until you hit the trigger again. And there's all these different naming conventions that are pretty cool. So I thought for Black Knight, I want the original sounds because I like the original sounds of Black Knight, but I want to add Monty Python elements to it. So I can stack switches that go just to the Arduino board, and then I just put little extra speakers in there or something.
I'm going to put a payday on this thing.
Oh, sure.
I love these things.
So yeah, go ahead and I'll just scan the other one.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Thank you, man.
Yep. Sorry about that. So, yeah. So, it gives you a whole bunch of really cool options on what you can do. So, on the upper playfield, the Knights Who Say Knee are going to be on the upper playfield of this thing. And so I can add some switches, I can stack some switches up there. So as the ball is bouncing around up there, it's going to hit several different switches, and it'll just randomize different knees, right, of the Monty Python. It's going, knee. So as it's bouncing around up there, but it's still going to be making the original sounds. When you launch the ball, if I remember, I think that there's a switch at ball launch. It'd be cool to tap into that one, so when you launch the ball, it goes, run away. Or maybe when it drains, it goes, run away. And just various little things like that, like the French guy who does the taunting. It'd be fun to have a switch that just spits down and out every once in a while. So you could you could stack just one of the drop targets or some switch somewhere, and you give it a naming convention. You have 11 different positions you could put this thing on this sound card, and you just want it to do like this taunting every once in a while. So on that one switch, you have a couple of little taunting things, and then you load up just a bunch of line files that don't have anything on them at all. So, and then put it on randomize. So it's just every once in a while it just shouts an insult at you just for fun, right? Yeah, it's kind of cool. Sorry, I was getting behind here. Outlane says Walking Dead and Transformers, both pro. Outlane says probably around 2K range US money. Man Chicken, each or for both? And Out Lane says each. Man Chicken says, guess it would depend on if they're damaged or just dirty. Out Lane says, I could probably trade for a working pin. Man Chicken says, I fart in your general direction on drain. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's 2,000 for... I know that Walking Dead is pretty... It gets a bit of love. I'm not sure about Transformers. I've heard people say that they like Walking Dead. But yeah, if it's really just cleaning and smoke damage, probably worth it. Because you could probably empty the cabinet. You pull the playfield out. You can kind of empty most of the cabinet, right? And then just kind of hose it out. Let it dry, it'd be fine. Then the playfield, you'd have to wipe it all, you'd have to wipe everything down. As long as nothing's melty, it's really just wiping it down. And it's always going to have that little bit of a, house fire funk to it, which for Walking Dead, that'd be fine. I think a house fire and zombie apocalypse, they probably smell pretty similar. Well, the zombie apocalypse probably has a little bit more of a rotting hint to the overall smell. But I have a Road Kings that looks like at some point it was in the vicinity of a fire, especially in the back box. It has that sort of like carbony, melty sort of something. But see you guys. See you later. That one is mostly in pretty good shape. It didn't boot. I bought it. I got it. Pulled it out of a. It was just over the border in the States. And it was a big garage, like a car garage, a commercial one. And they just had it sitting in the back. They didn't really know anything about it. I got it for just a couple $100. The back glass on that is weird because it's not a proper back glass and it's not a glass. It's actually a sheet of acrylic with the design on it already, if I remember. And that wasn't like the artwork was fine, but the front side was pretty well beat up. But I suppose you could buff that out. It wasn't bad. The cabinet had been painted, but the playfield was in pretty good shape. And I thought, for fun, for the cabinet, because it had already been painted, and my first thought was, well, I'll get some stencils and I'll repaint it. But I don't know, for Road Kings, I don't know if it's worth going through that effort. So I thought of actually doing, like having fun with the cabinet and getting some like leather, like fake leather, distressing it, stretching it over the whole cabinet, going total road warrior with it. Little like leather, like biker spikes kind of things, like punk rock spikes, putting those in a pattern with various other metal bits and like maybe on the cabinet, on the corners, you could do like some tires that have been made to look like shoulder pads or something. Like you could just have fun with it, right? Just nail a whole bunch of crap to the cabinet and make it look kind of funky. But I mean, really, it would only on the back box you could do it because in a row you'd be able to see it. But in a row of pinball machines, like the cabinet is the least that I care about because you don't really see it. I have that really cool extra special paint job that I did on Pinbot. It's over there in a row. And you don't even, like, you see the front of it and it's been painted red. It's not black anymore, it's been painted red, but you don't get to see the fun artwork with all the different colors and stuff. But Outlane says, I can send you a picture of the machine on your messenger. Yeah, send it over, let's have a look. Oh, that means I have to actually open up like an actual Facebook on this computer. Let's see if I can do that. I'm not logged in here, and I don't remember my login. I'll actually remote into my other computer, and then we can do something that way. We'll figure it out that way. All right. That one said it's just sent. All right, let's have a look. I'm going to transfer these over to this other computer here. Sorry. It's kind of a backwards way of doing it, but I don't want to reveal Outlane's account or anything. This one. Honestly, the Walking Dead with fire damage looks pretty freaking cool. Like, I don't know if you'd really like just wipe down the playfield and call it a day. Yeah, I think the fire damage adds to it. All right, let me transfer this over. Hold on a second. Oh God, what did I do? I just saved those. Where did I put them? Ah, you're there. All right. Let's see if I can go here, and I go here, and I say open with the Firefox. And then I can go back, right? Let's see if it'll let me do this. Yes, all right. So I go to the browser. Aha! Look at how old school I am. All right, there it is. Fire damage. Am I on the right thing? Yeah, I am. I like the fire damage patina, like around the apron and stuff. I think it's cool. Yeah, it says apocalypse, zombie apocalypse. I don't think the effect works so much as on Transformers, but I think that looks fantastic. That looks fine. You don't even have to clean it up. Spray it with a little clear and lock that patina in. You're good to go. Transformers, not so much. Yeah, I'd go for the Walking Dead one. Yeah. I mean, there's the ramps and a bunch of other stuff you'd have to clean up, but I think for the outside, I'd be so tempted to just hose it down in a clear coat and lock that freshness in. Yeah, go for it. Get the Walking Dead one. $2,000 as long as it works. Luke says, as long as they're not baked crispy or use CO2 to put out the fire in the place where they were stored, they will just smell bad for a really long time. Actually, if they use the CO2 on it, it should be fine. It's the dry chemical one that you'd have to worry about, but the CO2 should be fine on it. Because that just starves it doesn't leave a residue, right? It just, unless you sprayed it directly, it froze components, but that's what I have in here for the arcade. I have CO2 ones because they don't leave any residue or anything. There's nothing worse than that dry chemical crap. I hate that stuff. And it gets in your mouth. Like, I've had to spray it, and it gets in your mouth, and like, yeah, it's just nasty stuff. We had moved offices. Oh, I bet I could find it. We had moved offices. Hold on, let me go. Let me see if I can find it here. We had moved offices, and I had taken one of the CO2 fire extinguishers that we had in the server room because I thought it was owned by the company, and I took it over to the new server room that I was setting up, and then I found out it was actually owned by the previous building, but at that point I just kept it. And we played with it. So I would occasionally spray people in the office with it. Just because that's the way I roll. And I had brought in, just to lighten the mood on, darn it. I have a YouTube page that's not my Pinballorama page. But I don't remember the name of it. So I had brought in a bunch of like Nerf guns and just distributed them around the office. There were probably 8 Nerf guns and tons of ammo. And there was about 50 people that worked there. There were probably more than 8. So I just, just to lighten up the load, you could like sit in there and you could shoot someone in the back of the head, a coworker in the back of the head with a Nerf. And it's fun, right? So one of the girls that worked there, one of the women that worked there, she would pretend that she didn't like the whole Nerf warfare thing. And one day she decided to just start collecting all the Nerf ammunition. And she had tucked it all away in her desk. So I realized that this was happening, and so we plotted a Nerf warfare escalation, which involved the CO2 thing, and we filmed it. And I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Might have to go to the Googles to see if I can track it down. Sorry, let me get caught up here. Outline says, believe it or not, I cleaned one worse full of mold. Oh, that'd be rough, yeah. Luke says, I mean the powder shooting ones. Yeah, the dry chemical powder shooting ones, that would suck. It wouldn't, I don't think it would do any damage, but man, that'd be, yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with that. Maybe I'm trying to find the video, but maybe I just need to figure out what the hell my other YouTube channel is. That'd make things easier. I don't remember the name of it. See if I can find another video that's on there. This is assuming that I didn't nuke that old channel, because now I can't remember. Now that I think about it, I might have nuked it. Well, I'm not. I'll see if I can find it. I'll show you. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time trying to find this thing. Oh, Sophia, do you remember? I'm trying to find. I did that when I worked for the web development company, and we did the video where I hosed the girl down with the CO2 fire extinguisher. But I don't remember the name of my YouTube channel that I had some of that crap uploaded. I don't know if you remember that. And I had the video of the ice. We took the video of the ice on the Fraser River. And some other stuff, but I can't remember what that YouTube channel was called. But yeah. Sophia says, "You're looking lovely, Seven." I'm sure you look lovely too. I just can't see you. That's gonna bug me. Now I'm gonna have to find this video. I have to find it now. All right, let's do a little digging around. Let's see. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I think that channel is gone. I think. Yeah, it's gone. It's not uploaded anymore. It's the video. It's a channel that I have a bunch of music videos on and stuff now. I nuked everything that was on there. Let's see. Let's go into. Yeah, There's an old video I did. There's a synthesizer called the Juno 106, and it's one of the first sort of repair videos that I made for YouTube 13 years ago now, where I. Let's see here. Go here, we go here, we go here, we go here. Go to the browser. I made this video, and it's all about fixing one of the voice chips on there's 6 voice chips on a 106. One of them was failing, and so it's like, how do you open up the thing? These are what they look like. These off-standing chips. They're like these little daughter cards. There's a circuit on them. The circuit's covered in a plastic. The plastic causes the chip to fail. But if you clean the plastic off, like I did here, expose the ICs, get all the gunk out from in between the legs of the ICs, a lot, like 95% of the time you could revive that chip. So there was a bunch of other garbage that, like just stupid videos that I made and uploaded and everything and blah, 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 blah. So I didn't want to nuke that video, but I wanted to use the channel because it had been around for a while. So I nuked all of these videos that were on there, and this video that we made of me hosing down this woman with the fire extinguisher was on that particular channel. I don't think it was on a different channel. So all that looking around for nothing. And look what it's like 10:30 now almost. So I think that's going to be the end of the chat. Now that I've wasted 20 minutes looking for a stupid video that no longer exists, I'll see if I can find it though, and if I can find it, I'll show you. Because I do have it somewhere on the drive at home. I'm sure I've got it somewhere. But anyway, so I'm going to call it quits. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I once again neglected my Twitch stream. I'm going to look now. Okay, so no one else had commented on chat and Twitch. That's good. I don't feel bad. Yeah, so if you want to learn about Operation Hush Hush, go to our Patreon. There's a link. You can find a link. Dig around on YouTube videos, our YouTube videos, and you'll find a link to it. And go and see what Operation Hush Hush is all about. I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for watching. I will see everybody next week, and I will try to do it on Friday next week instead of on Saturdays. Although Saturdays seem to work fairly well. Maybe we'll change to Saturday. I'll think about that. All right. Thanks for watching. See you guys.